Playing the race card does absolutely nothing for your credibility or to push your message or to validate your message. Welcome back to the show. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to the first topic. The DC Police Chief Pamela Smith is such a moron, she doesn't even know what the term chain of command means. Go ahead, roll the clip.
That's what the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
Well, is it Pam Bondi speaking to the mayor, speaking to you, or how does this work?
So the executive order is clear. The president has requested MPD services, and our home rule charter outlines the process. The president designated Attorney General Bondi as his proxy to request services through me.
How could this woman be so stupid? Any police chief that doesn't know the term chain of command needs to be fired immediately, right? Because obviously they're too dumb to be able to handle what the job entails. The chain of command is it's such a standard term in any sort of police, military, department situation, you know? It's just like, the chain of command is who's at the top, who has all the say, and then who's below them. That's the chain of command, okay? And why is it that every time something happens in these big blue cities where the police chief has to come out and make a statement, it's always some like lesbian black woman like this who has no clue what's going on, has probably never arrested a person ever in her career, right? Probably just been some office worker that who knows how she rose to the top to become the police chief, right? It's got to be some sort of corruption where we need to put this person into the position, or it's just pure DEI incompetence. I think this is another situation where it's DEI incompetence. And do you blame Trump for taking over the city's police department now after you see this? You really think this person has what it takes to be the police chief and have a safe city under this type of person? No, it's never going to happen. This is why Trump's doing it. He just sees the writing on the wall, and he's not going to let this crap, continue to proceed in any sort of manner because he knows this is a DEI situation. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. MSNBC's Symone Sanders doesn't think more cops will make a safer city. Go ahead, roll the clip.
You don't think more police make streets safer?
No, Joe, I'm a black woman in America. I do not always think that more police make streets safer. When you walk down the streets of Georgetown, you don't see a police officer on every corner, but you don't feel unsafe. So what is it about talking about places like Southeast DC, right? Ward 8, if you will, that people say, well, we need more officers to make us safe. I think we have to rethink what safety means in America.
Of course, she had to go straight to playing the black woman card. That's all they have left is just to play the race card, especially MSNBC. You think they're going to be doing anything other than playing the race card right now if they got a black woman on the set? No, of course not. And just like the fact that she just goes straight to it, oh, I'm a black woman, and since I'm a black woman, well, more cops on the street, that doesn't mean it's safer. That just makes us more scared. It's such a fake narrative, right? And there's another fake narrative out there that, oh, if a black woman's speaking, you better listen because something profound is going to be said. These black queens, of course they know what they're saying. They basically invented everything. It's just, come on, folks. We're sick and tired of the race card. It's just so overplayed these days. It's so burnt out. It means absolutely nothing anymore, the whole race card. And calling somebody a racist in today's world means absolutely nothing. It's been done. It's been done to hell, It's just a complete non-factor these days. Playing the race card does absolutely nothing for your credibility or to push your message or to validate your message. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. So Aaron Rodgers threw some hilarious shade at Joe Biden. Go ahead, roll the clip.
And one of the weird things is I'm 21 years in the league, so I'm over there. Who do I know on Jacksonville? I know Heath Farwell, the special teams coach that I played against him. I know Chad Morton, he was with us. And I've met Trevor a few times, so I was kind of looking around going, doing the Joe Biden, all right, well, I guess I don't know anybody here, so I'm going to just walk off. And I found Cam and TJ, I was like, walk next to them.
That's hilarious. I pulled a Joe Biden there for a second. Didn't know it was the guy's hilarious. You gotta like Rodgers. So many people turned their back on Rodgers when he came out against the COVID jab, which, I mean, come on. There were like, 3 athletes that actually came out and said this is complete lunacy. Rodgers, Kyrie, and Novak Djokovic. 3 athletes that, in my opinion, should be praised and just heralded as like great voices in the athletic space over the past 5 years. You know, like anybody who still hates Rodgers for what he said in the "I'm immunized" line, you're just a POS, dude. If you hate Rodgers for that reason, listen, if you hate Rodgers because he's destroyed your team in football over the past however many years, 18 years or so the guy's been in the league now, yeah, that's legitimate. I can see you hating Rodgers for that reason. But for his whole jab outrage and talking out against the jab, if you hate him for that, you're just a POS at this point, and you cannot look at data, and you are just probably watching too much CNN and MSNBC and listening to way too much fake news. But yeah, I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fan. I hope the guy kills it this year with the Steelers. I want the guy to win a Super Bowl on his way out. He's claiming it's his last year, so just enjoy the Aaron Rodgers ride this NFL season while you still got him. One of the all-time greats, an outspoken voice for sanity and just non-draconian, basically living in a non-draconian society. I'm rooting for you, Rodgers. Get it done. Let's do it. All right, let's get to the next topic here. The White House has said that they are doing an internal review on the Smithsonian, which is interesting because anybody who knows about the Smithsonian knows there's a lot of weird stuff going on with the Smithsonian, right? Like, I don't know, it's just like weird tunnels going to the different museums and just like a lot of different conspiracies going on with the Smithsonian. So I don't really know what Trump's going with here. It could just be like, he wants to go check out the Smithsonian and we're going to make sure everything's going good and everything's running well. Or he could just go in there and Trumpify it, you know, I don't know. Or he might want to figure out what type of weird crap's going on there with all the conspiracy theories that are surrounding it. So, you know, Trump's got to be at least a little bit of a conspiracy theorist out there. You know, he looks into some things, but yeah, hopefully this happens. Hopefully we actually get a detailed report of what happens. Whatever happened to them going into Fort Knox to find out if the gold is still there? I mean, that was kind of one of those things where they made a big deal out of it that we never heard about it ever again, right? I don't think it ever happened. I don't think it ever will happen. That was another kind of weird Trump blunder for his presidency, but they've been few and far between the blunders from Trump this time around. But yeah, hopefully it happens, and hopefully we get to know what's going on with the Smithsonian, you know, tie up some loose ends, and hopefully this could just be Trump trying to trigger the libs, you know, like just going in there to what they hold dear, museums. Libs obviously love museums and things like that, so he could just be going in there to try to trigger the libs. But I guess we'll see. But that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.